Hey everyone. No. Oh, okay, no one's here. Oh, well, I don't care. I'm going to do this video or whatever as a video or an upload or a live. I don't care which. So, here we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, good. Good. There's some people here in the chat. Awesome. Okay. See, I wonder if maybe it just when it displays the number of people here, if it just takes a while for the tab or something to update because I hit refresh and it jumped from like 1 to 9. So, and I knew I was the one. So, I don't know. Hi everyone. Hey Bobby and Gizmo. Hey Tex Max Fax Thunderclap. Hi Mr. Black Wolf. Hey Taboo Topics. Hi William at Brooklyn. Nice to see you. Awesome. So I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Hi Lulu B. It's still Thursday there. Oh yeah, awesome. Oh, you must be towards the West Coast. Okay. That's right. Yeah. Okay. So I hate streaming this because I'm like, no one's even going to be up to watch it or whatever. But then I have to remind myself that there's a whole nother side of the country that's probably up at this time. So, yeah. Hi, Heather Christine. Sorry, I took my glasses off there for a second. Okay, I will be turning the camera on in a moment. I just wanted to have my glasses on for right now. So, I kind of was looking through some old shit, and I really should do that more often because it seems like every time I do, I just find more new shit. Well, it's not new, but it's new to me now because it has a different meaning or something, maybe. I don't know. But either way, it's new to me now. Which one do I want to do first? I think I'll do the nonsense one first. I think, yeah, okay. Oh, so I had mentioned before. Okay. Oh, let me turn that off. I forgot I had the background thing on. Camera, background, and none. Okay. So I mentioned before that there was this one character, I guess you could refer to them as, that's kind of tied, I think, everyone together in the whole Marvin McRae thing. That the name Brittany there, the one who had been arrested for impersonating an attorney, and the one who Katie had up on her stream. Well, and I had shared screenshots showing how Nonsense and Nunya knew her. Well, I just found more information really that kind of solidifies that. And even on top of that, more information that they intentionally, at least seemingly intentionally, was dishonest to people about it. Possibly even maybe to Katie too. I don't know. But that would be interesting. So first, I want to create. I want to show you how I know that this is in fact the same person, the same Brittany. Okay. So I'm going to pull up a video by Katie Joy. Which one is it? Why I asked for a refund, and then this one. Oh, I must have uploaded it twice. Okay. Oh, I don't have the one where she's. Wait, let me pull this other one up. I asked for a refund. Coverage. Oh, that's my file. Oh, wait, yeah, it's in there. I might as well pull that right up. Oh, no, I guess not. So Katie Joy had this person on her channel throughout the whole Marvin, her coverage of that whole situation. And the person who she had on was a previous moderator or admin for Dre McRae. Now, there's an interesting story. God damn it, why do I keep doing that? There's an interesting story with her, with this Brittany person, this ex-moderator. And here we go. Right now I got it. And that's apparently she knows, or she knew Nonsense and Nunya like from before. And I'm gonna get to that too, because I felt that's some fucking interesting shit right there. There we go, Dre, former admin. Okay. So we're gonna get back to that in a second. First, we'll start with this one. So here's where it all started. Here's where Brittany really came into the whole storytelling and everything of the whole Marvin McRae situation. It was right here on Katie's channel when she had her on. This is just a small clip of that whole stream. I think this was on Facebook too. It wasn't even a YouTube video or something.
In person, I met her in person, she was a whack job. I mean, just blew my mind. So
yeah, we're gonna speed that.
At the end of the trip, things started winding down, and you could tell there was tension between us, because I had just got tired of being treated that way. It was never enough. I could tell it was never enough. Now, she wouldn't just flat out tell me that to my face, but I could tell she was getting irritated. You know how you're just at someone's house, they're getting irritated because they're not as nice as they were the first couple of days. The night before I left, I noticed that she didn't even tell me goodnight or anything. And I slept in the girls' room with them, and I was like, it was just odd, but I was like, whatever. At that point, I didn't care. It had become awkward. She had told me she was going to have an Uber pick me up for my flight at like 5:30 in the morning because the airport was in San Diego, about an hour away. And Vaughn had said, well, I can drive her in the morning. No need to spend that much on Uber,
I mean, we can listen to the whole thing, but I'm going to save that to the end if you guys want. But I don't know. She tells she recounts an experience where she flew out to the McRae's to, I guess, assist them for a time being, due to some issue or something that someone there had. I don't know. I think from the sounds of it, someone was sick or someone was going to have surgery. Maybe surgery's coming to mind, but I'm not sure. Anyways, they were planning ahead. They had someone come out to assist them for that time being, and that person was their at the time admin, I think it was, and her name was Brittany. Brittany Lynn Muniz Cruz Phillips or something. It's like all of her names. So that's her talking right there. Now I want to pull up. Some of you asked. I want to pull up a post from Without a Crystal Ball. We're going to pull it up on Nonsense's page. There we go. There it is. Okay. So now this is a post from Nonsense's page from July 30th, 2020. Okay. She shares Katie Joy's post. And what this says is just sharing this to piece in another piece of the story. If anyone remembers, this name has been talked about on MGL's channel also. The connections between the group, family, and YouTubers didn't just happen or didn't just randomly happen. That right there, I think that is probably like a Freudian slip or something for Nonsense. Like there's a lot of truth in that statement, I think, but she wasn't intending it to be that truth. The actual truth. She was, I think, trying to get it to mean something else. But right there, the connections between the group, family, and YouTubers didn't just randomly happen. Y'all stop with the BS towards, okay, this was, she says, stop making me fucking look like an idiot for trusting and listening to Katie. Don't do it. It's mean. Anyways. I've said it 1,000 times. I don't care who y'all like or don't like. All I want is the truth. Well, then you shouldn't be going to Katie Joy for that shit. Come on. Parts of this story are very important, and the hate she is getting is overshadowing even someone totally uninvolved with any drama between creators. Me. Okay. Trying to get credible evidence out. There is so much back-end stuff to cover. Thankfully, someone is putting out information and helping correct the path of this devastating story. I'm just trying to provide facts, and this is facts. I've said it before. You need to use critical thinking skills on the information presented. Okay. It's a lot easier to pass off facts as facts when they come from something other than a pile of shit of a reporter. And I don't mean she's a pile of shit as a person. As a reporter, she is. So if you want people to believe your facts are facts, then you should have the messenger be someone at least a little credible, you know? I mean, everyone's gonna have some, or not everyone, but someone is going to say something bad about everyone. We get that. But come on. Anyway, so this goes down, and this is a news segment describing or pretty much informing people of how and when Brittany was arrested for impersonating an attorney. Oh wait, I'm gonna have to do this, otherwise the sound might not play. Okay. All right.
That their investigators say this woman made it even worse for several couples by pretending to be a divorce lawyer and handling their cases. It's a story that you will see only on 2 tonight. Our Andy Sirota is hearing from investigators that there could be dozens of victims out there.
She spoke like she knew what she was talking about.
Tony says there were no red flags when he paid Brittany Phillips to handle his divorce paperwork. His girlfriend found her on Facebook and thought Phillips was the real deal until she called the district clerk and discovered the necessary documents were never filed with the courts.
We know that Brittany is not a licensed attorney.
Tony is not alone. Harris County Sheriff's investigators know of 3 victims and believe there may be a lot more. They say in one instance, Phillips promised to file the necessary paperwork for a restraining order, but never followed through.
We have no evidence that she ever walked into a court to represent these people that she was paid to represent.
Police say Phillips didn't work out of an office and that she would often conduct business at different locations, like a Starbucks. She's even been known to meet her clients at gas stations to collect payment. For Tony, who was out over $300, it was like pouring salt on an open wound.
She knows what she's doing, defrauding people, but she's going to keep taking and taking until someone stops her.
What's more, investigators say they now have evidence that Phillips was committing identity theft against those who hired her to do their legal filings and urge anyone who had business dealings with her to check their credit report.
I would like to see her arrested and put away.
Andy Sirota, KPRC, Local 2.
Okay, so there's that. Trying to find something else here real quick. Okay, so okay, so that's the new segment where it's depicting when she was arrested for impersonating an attorney. Now, Katie Joy, she shared this when she allegedly found out about it, and here she says, on July 12th, Andrea McRae's former admin, Brittany Muniz, aka Brittany Phillips Cruz, let me know she helped Letitia Bias find an attorney. Brittany claimed that she offered to help Letitia and had called over a dozen attorneys in Tucson to take the case. Yet that same person who was on Katie's channel was also the person who helped Letitia find her attorney. Brittany also claimed that she sat in the attorney meeting with Letitia with the attorney. She said the retainer was $4,000. Hours later, I received a message from former friends of Brittany alerting me to the news report below from 2015. Brittany was arrested for impersonating a divorce attorney and had at least 3 known victims. Police also accused her of identity fraud by using information she collected from the victims. Brittany was sentenced to prison. She was sentenced to 2 years. This was her 3rd conviction for fraud. On July 12th, I confronted Brittany about her criminal history. She admitted to the conviction. I urged her to step out. She then told me that Letitia offered to pay her for helping her. She claims that she declined the offer. I reached out to Vaughn's stepmom, Ms. Wynette, to let her know. I also attempted to alert Letitia and received no response. Wynette said that Letitia cut ties with Brittany. However, Brittany remained involved with Letitia for days after I was tipped off about her fraud conviction. This is why I no longer wanted to donate any money to Letitia. I told Brittany her involvement would make people doubt Letitia further. At present, Brittany is no longer involved, but she claims she told Letitia about her felony, and Letitia still agreed to work with her. On July 13th, Brittany said she was done helping Letitia, but I found out later that it wasn't until several days later that they cut ties. Most recently, Brittany was outed for faking cancer in a predator hunting community. That's another thing we're good. Most people warned Letitia about Brittany. Initially, she didn't listen. Now they aren't working together. Now, oh wait, okay. So, do I have the comments pulled up? Now, she mentions there the predator community. So, these are the comments under Without a Crystal Ball's post that I just read, the one on her page. And I clicked all comments, and I always start from the bottom and work my way up, but I have to hit all the Seymours. So starting from the bottom, working my way up, I noticed something that just kind of stood out. Sorry, I already opened it. So, but when you scroll right down to the bottom, this section here, the sub thread here is retracted. So you just see this initial comment here from Marnie Wilson. It says, wasn't this chick also admin for one of the junky, scammy online predator hunting people, Shane Coyle or maybe Tony Bias? To which I open up the comments to that. And here we have Katie. She's known all over. Really? Well, just days earlier, you had her on your channel as an admin for Dre. You didn't know this then? You didn't know her from all over then? Come on. 2 people told me that she allegedly scammed them out of money. Marnie says, with the predator hunter situation, she lied about having cancer. She collected a bunch of donations, and then the team found out she never had cancer. Katie says, wow. Well, this specific case has attracted a lot of frauds, in my opinion. Marnie says, here's the link to when the team found out. I remember they found out about the fake lawyer thing too. And to which I'm going to copy it. I'm going to put that in the chat in case anyone wants to go watch that. I already tried to watch it. There's something up with the dude's sound on his phone, and I can't. And I skimmed through it. I didn't hear the whole thing, but I skimmed through it, and it really is just a couple of people just bitching about some chick who lied to them. I mean, there's nothing really else there. But by all means, if anyone wants to check it out, I didn't do that. Oh shoot, Okay, there we go. So there's the link if anyone wants to go check it out. Okay. I remember they found out about the fake lawyer thing too. Oh my God, Marnie says, it's 100% her. I listed to the live I posted above, and they even said she is from Houston, Texas. Marnie says, I'm 100% now convinced that all their people are now straight scamming the public over there in that BS Justice for Vaughn group. They are affiliated with a notorious Facebook scammer, Brittany. Shaking my head. Katie says, I don't know if she started that group, but Tony shut the group down real quick. Marnie says, it doesn't even matter. Any bit of credibility in any of this is lost now that I see that Brittany was involved at all. But you see Katie's involved too. So she scammed cancer groups and all kinds of people. She knows what she is doing, and she would definitely know how to get someone else to scam Facebook sympathy for money. Cough, cough, Letitia, cough, cough. First of all, the majority of presence asking for donations or advertising for donations was done on YouTube, in my opinion. I mean, I didn't see a whole lot of presence on Facebook. Yeah, there was a Facebook group, but I think it was more active on YouTube, but whatever. Katie says, wait a minute. Oh, okay. All right. Katie says, what year was this? Marnie says, 2018 to 2019. Nancy says, FYI, Tony and Shane have both done their fair share of scamming and lying. If you're going to report stuff, find out the facts on all of them. Both of these men have done time too. Both are loudmouth scam artists. Shane was on Dr. Phil, and he said he was giving up the scamming, but he did not. So do your homework. And Nancy says, look at all the mug shots Shane has. Oh, that's what that was. Okay. So I click on that link, and it brings me over to Twitter, to this post here. Oh, wait, shoot. Oh, damn it. For 1 second, I want to just make sure that my messages aren't open. I always screw that up, and I end up like doxing myself almost. Okay. All right, there we go. I'm back. Okay, so this is the post that it leads to from Sparkly Facts with a Z at Biddy111, one spelled out and then one numerically. And it's showing a mugshot of Aaron Carter, looks like. And then I guess the rest of these are of Shane Coyle. Aaron Carter, Shane Coyle, crime team, scammers, thieves, stalkers, harassers, liars, threatening people, snitching, extortion, black web bandits, black web. You are who you hang out with. Okay, so there's that. No comments or anything. So, all right, going back. Nancy then says, Time to put this to rest and let the chips fall where they may. Come on, Katie Joy. You have dogged Miss Bias long enough. Would you want someone dogging you if your son was laying in a hospital in a coma and most likely to never wake again? Show some compassion that you claim to have. Show some empathy. Ronnie says, Nancy, what does Shane have to do with this? Yes, him and Tony scammed, lied, and are criminals. Myself and a few others were screaming that the entire time, while people like yourself kept dismissing it, and us. Fast forward, and we were all correct about them. But what the fuck do they have to do with this besides scammy Brittany being involved? Brittany is part of the current situation. Tony and Shane are not. They have been shunned from the online community. Brittany hasn't yet, though. She hasn't learned her lesson yet, again. And anything she has her hand in turns out to be a shady scam, especially this current shady scam of an absent mother receiving thousands upon thousands of dollars. Nancy says, you were the one that brought them up, so answer your own question. Such shallow-minded people tend to forget what they are posting. Lindy says, you included. Marty says, okay, whatever, this is a bunch of bullshit. I'm not reading all that. So yeah, there's that. Now, that's what we've learned so far about this Brittany character. Now, I'm going to read to you another post from Nonsense. So this is from September 2nd. And she says, some of you had asked to see these messages in full format from the last video. This was one of the people telling stories during this entire mix. There's a video on YouTube of her first interview with Katie. Also, if you didn't see this, she is an ex-admin of Dre's, and I would definitely say another opportunist. And here are the screenshots. No, my computer stops with the pinwheel. I'll be able to show them to you. I got a lot of tabs open. I think that's why. Okay. Oh, we're going to have to do this. Damn it. Okay. It's a screenshot of a post or a comment from Brittany. It says, I will say this and people can take it for what it's worth or not. Also, I am the Brittany that Katie is trying to drag in one of her posts due to my past criminal history. I worked 2 days straight offering my assistance to Letitia to help her find an attorney, which she was so thankful for and said, yes, please help me. So for 2 days straight, I kept calling attorney after attorney in the Tucson area because One of the attorneys I had spoke with said what needed to be filed for the guardianship has to be done in the county where the hospital resides at. It wasn't until after those 2 days we finally found an attorney, and Letitia and I both spoke with her, that I dropped off the call, and her and Letitia talked for a little while. There was a retainer fee that had to be paid immediately, and she had said that she had to have it in the form of a money order, because when you have a retainer being paid, you're not actually paying the attorney that amount of money. You're kind of putting it into a trust. All right, get to the next screenshot. Putting it into a trust account and saying, here it's there. If you need it, use it. So she sent the money order for the retainer overnight mail. And then the following Monday, the attorney called and asked for the videos I had of Andrea that she could use to show the judge. Now, I've not heard from the lawyer since then, but I don't feel that there's any reason that I needed to, because it's not my case. Well, no case is your case. Well, oh no, okay, I guess if you're the one being represented, maybe. But the attorney also stated she would file paperwork as soon as she could. I know this is not coming from Letitia, but for days I've been wanting to make this statement, and I just hadn't, because I felt like it wasn't my business to speak on it. But I also felt that there needed to be transparency put in place. If people don't want to believe me because they think I'm lying or covering for her, that's fine with me. But Letitia and I haven't even talked in over a week. And it wasn't due to hard feelings or anything. We both had lives, and life moves around you so fast. I hope this gives a little comfort or transparency to those who donated. Sorry, it isn't coming directly from the horses. I'm assuming that's to say mouth. But the horse's mouth, but here it is. Okay. And there's another one. Let me close these out. Oh, wait, this is the same thing. Why was it posted twice on the post-it? Oh, no, it just goes around a circle. That's right. I forgot Facebook changed that. Okay, so there's that. And get back over here. Okay. So there's that post. Did I read the comments for this? Have you watched her interview with Katie? It was really weird. Katie kept pointing out things like how a lawyer set up a trust, and Brittany then jumped on that and used it in this statement. Katie's spidey senses were tingling, so she did the research and found out Brittany's criminal history of impersonating. No, that's, oh my God. Could Nancy be a sock girl for Katie? Because Katie has already come out and admitted, or just revealed, that someone sent her the information about Brittany's past. She was sent this information. It wasn't some spidey tingling sense or whatever. Oh my God, people believe anything. Anyway. There's a video here. I didn't even see this before. Nonsense did a video on, I'm guessing, Brittany. There's a reason why I want to show heavily Nonsense is talking on Brittany, because of what I'm going to show in a minute.
Father and
I want to just double check and make sure that you guys can hear that, because I got a weird thing posted up in StreamYard, but I'm thinking it was from the previous share screen I was doing. Just let me know if you can hear Nonsense speaking. Where'd it go? There it is.
Marvon Sr. and Wynette also live in Georgia. They also
Actually, I
have
can
traveled
check
to
it.
Arizona to see Marvon at this time. Marvon Sr. and Wynette have both given interviews to a few
Yeah, you
different
can hear it. Okay, good.
creators involved in telling
Hey,
this
thank
story.
you.
As you know, if you've been following this
Oh, happy
story, the
Thanksgiving
main
too.
two
I saw that in the
creators that
comments.
Marvon Sr. has spoke with and Wynette was Katie Joy of Without a Crystal Ball and Molly
I'm gonna
of
just
Molly Golightly.
do it for 1 second. Should people hear it still? I want to see something. Okay, I'm guessing it looks like she doesn't talk about Brittany in this. Try one more thing. And this. Yeah. Okay. No, she doesn't talk about Brittany at all in this. So I don't even know why that was linked. I feel like she just wasted my time here. Touche. Touche. Anyway. All right. So this is what we have so far from present. That's what we have so far, depicting what happened, what transpired, or whatnot when Brittany was on Katie's channel. Okay, and here are the rest of the comments. I don't think she would have said anything. Maybe she did. I don't know. I just want to scroll through and see if I see. I don't. I got to put on all comments. Okay. So one I already looked at. Yeah, none of these are saying nonsense. So she didn't comment or reply on anything else. Okay, so there's that. All right, moving on. I'm now going to share with you. I noticed this all happened in July and September. It looked like this post here was on September 2nd. Okay, and it was in July that Brittany was on Katie's channel, and it was also in July when it was discovered about her legal issues in the past. That was in July 2022. Okay. Now I want to show you some screenshots that I found when I was back in, I think it was 2022. No, I might have been early 2023. I had come across a few channels that were associated with nonsense through the whole Thunderdome group or whatever. And one of them, I think the name of the channel was Unleashed Extreme 2 or something like that. And they had a live stream. And so I pulled it up and I was scrolling through the chat. Well, come to find out, all of a sudden I see this Brit Brat 9019 in the chat. And I see nonsense and Nunya. So let me show you this. I already showed this once already on the page, but I want to show it again. So Brit Brat comes in, and the date here is 11/29/2022. So this was after everything we just watched and read and heard. Okay, this is like a few months after that. So Brit comes in, hey, love, and they're talking, and she's talking about someone else here. I don't know who she's talking about here, but so next one here. She says, oh no, wait a minute. Why is okay, yeah. So here she says, y'all, next time I want to help someone, please knock me in the head and tell me to sit the fuck down. Sam, I spoke to the attorney about it. She made $70,000 total talking about Letitia. Now she's talking about Letitia. Nope, it was way more, like $15K at that time. I spoke to the attorney I found for her later on, and she told me all that happened. So she's saying that she spoke to the attorney like at a later date after like all this shit went down, and the attorney just divulged everything to her. Everything. Really, I have a hard time believing that. And then she says, look, don't get it twisted. Andrea is a horrible person, and Vaughn was a straight light soul. Then she says, y'all have no idea how batshit crazy she really. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I got those two screenshots mixed up. This one was supposed to be second. She's talking about someone else here. And then down here, she starts talking about Letitia. But at the bottom, she says, oh, God, don't let me get started on Letitia. I don't know. I want to know what this is. The one above it is about. Just out of curiosity. She would have sold goats if she wouldn't have froze hers. If anyone listening knows what that comment is referring to, please share this info with me, because I'm not, I'm not even ashamed. At least one night this has kept me up a little bit, just wondering what the fuck this comment was about. So if you know. Anyways, after she says, don't get me started on Letitia, that's when she said all the things that I just read, okay? And then after that, we have one more screenshot. No, wait a minute. Yeah, okay. Oh, no, this was the... did I go backwards? I did. I fucking went backwards. And I'm missing one. Sorry, I know where it is. There we go. Okay. All right, so the next screenshot shows is, don't get me started on Letitia. Hey, loves. Hey, honey. Uh-oh, at Nonsense. What happened? Hey, Sam. I'm good, Nonsense. Hope you're well. I stay under the radar, but I saw my girls were in here, so I had to join. By my girls, she meant Nonsense and Nanya. And then she says, LOL, who is this dude? Erica did Kelly really bad, very bad. And then the last one, this is where, because I did a comment search for the keyword Brit, and so it brought up all her comments, and also anyone who tagged her. And here you see someone said, hey, Brit. Sam said, hey, Brit. Sam said, Brittany, are you serious? I thought about 30. Meaning, I'm guessing that means I thought about 30 grand. That's when she came back. And then the good Nanya there says, hey, Nonsense, it's Brittany. She's with them. The crossover in this is amazing me. All at the same root. What root is that? Your root, maybe? Anyway, because now I want to remind everyone of something here, okay? I want to remind you of this right here. The very first thing I read, the very first comment, Nonsense says, just sharing this to piece in another piece of this story. If anyone remembers, this name has been talked about on MGL's channel also. The connections between the group, family, and YouTubers didn't just happen randomly. Okay? Another connection. Let me pull up. Actually, I might be blocked. I don't know if I can pull it up in this account, but I'll come back around and I'll show this at the end. But Brittany's Facebook page I found, and on the Facebook page, because I wasn't blocked because I was looking at it from my profile, because I'm a part of this group called like class action lawsuit or some shit like that. It's a group basically for people to join, and they hear about these class action lawsuits, and they sign up, to contribute, and they'll make a small paycheck. I haven't done this or anything. I followed this other person in there, which I'm going to tell you about in a second. But because I'm a member of that group, when I pull up her profile, it tells me that she's a member of that group. I'm like, well, that's interesting, because I only joined that group back in 2022 after I looked up one of the Dono gals, and she was a member of that group. Like, it's fucking weird, right? Yeah. Anyway. Now, where's... That one's for the next segment. And I think that was it. Okay, yeah. So the whole reason why I wanted to show this was to show, like, because I came across Nonsense's comment there, where she says the connections between the group, family, and YouTubers didn't just randomly happen. And then hearing about this, how she was scamming people, faking cancer, and that she was doing this. The people she was scamming were part of this online like predator exposer group or whatever. Well, that's what Nonsense says. Where Nonsense says that she came from. Like, she boasts about this. Like, she's proud of it. And I'm not saying it's not something to be proud of, but the thing is, though, is that when you do this as an amateur without having the proper like information or training in which to do this, well, you're only likely to cause more harm than good. You know, I mean, or at least you can do like maybe the initial steps of things and then turn that information over to law enforcement, and then they can pick up where you left off. That's where I think like citizen involvement can go. But to actually arrange meetups with these people, go and meet up with them just to put them on your YouTube or put them on video, to put them on social media, well, that's not only dangerous, that's also wrecking any possibility you could have created for prosecution, thus preventing any future victims. It's also tipping them off that they need to hide their shit a little better, maybe, or be a little smarter about things. And well, it's really just a way to feed your narcissism, because you want clicks, you want views, you want to be admired for doing something that you consider to be noble. Not that that's not noble, but just under those circumstances, I think it's more self-serving than anything. But that's just my opinion. Okay, now, I thought that there's more that I want to share this, but we're going to have to come back around to that. But we're going to stay on the whole Letitia bias thing here, because I caught part of the uploads that Llama Girl put up on Twitter. And if anyone here remembers the whole ordeal with Marvin, with Dre, and especially Letitia Bias and Katie Joy, then you're going to hear this and you're going to know exactly where I'm going with this, okay? Okay, so this is from November 26th. It was clip 2 of that night's live. And it's right down towards the end. It carries on over to the next one, which I'm going to play, but it picks up here.
Again, contempt.
Now, what she's talking about is Gypsy's father and his failure to pay child support. That's what spawned this discussion.
$2,900 medical bills. I showed you that one. Defendants to provide present physical address, mailing address. He's to pay alimony, arrears, blah, blah, blah. Here he was held in contempt in 97. Okay.
Oh, I didn't check.
He didn't get caught up. Okay. He didn't get caught up. He stopped. He still wasn't paying. And that's when it got flipped to a criminal case. Okay. And so when Rod said he was still making payments, I'm pretty sure he was probably still paying because he owed back child support.
Wait, okay.
And then in 98, his went up to 350. And then they basically.
Wait, can you guys hear this?
And he got another.
Is this coming through? Because I'm showing that I'm streaming two tabs. I'm not quite sure how the fuck that's showing up. Yes, people sign up for class action lawsuits that they're not necessarily involved in, which I think is kind of a bullshit thing to do, because there's only so much awarded to plaintiffs in these suits. So there are people who sign up for it who aren't really eligible for that reward, but somehow they maneuvered their way into being being seen as eligible. So they're actually taking money away from real victims in these cases. So, but yeah. Here, let me look this up. All right, so the name of the group is actually I don't even know why I have like my own Facebook account. I'm never fucking on it. Class comes up. There we go. Class Action Settle. So the name of the group is Class Action Settlements. It's a private group. There's like almost 100,000 people in it, and yeah, it's what they do. I mean, these are like known cases for the most part. Like this, the one post here is asking if people receive payment from the weed killer settlement back in 2022, and they're not huge payments. Like the next one is showing a settlement payment from something to do with Zelle, and they received $27.52. So I mean, it's not like they're receiving like thousands of dollars. Also, for the most part, you might see like $200 or $300. I haven't really looked all throughout the group much, but that's maybe the highest I've seen. Definitely under 1,000, I would say. But yeah, there's a lot of class action lawsuits where apparently it seems like anyone can fucking sign up for. I don't understand it, but anyway. Let's see. I'm wondering if she finally did something about that. Oh, nope, there she is. Okay. All right. All right, I'm going to just jump away from that real quick because we didn't really get into it yet. I'm going to come over here. I want to just show you guys. Let me get rid of this. Right there. Share this tab instead. No, this one. Okay. Right here, this is her profile. As you can see, it's the same profile pic that was in the screenshots, if you remember. Let me pull it up again. These are the screenshots from the chat from November 29, 2022 that they were in with Nonsense and Nunya. See the profile pic? And then this is her Facebook page. And again, you see the profile pic. Okay? Right there. I'm not on my account here, though, because I had to pull up the stuff from Nonsense and Without a Crystal Ball's page because they had me blocked. Anyway, but that way that's how I was able to connect all of this, okay? So yeah. Okay. We go back here to Twitter. All right, I'm gonna have to reload that. So let's get back to this video here. You're going to hear her start this discussion involving the how's her name? Oh, involving Dee Dee.
Their citation in 2006. Okay, because he wasn't paying medical.
You guys can hear it, right?
So there has been a lot of finger pointing, right? What is his biggest criticism of Dee Dee?
Yeah, you can hear it. Okay.
What is his biggest criticism of Dee Dee? Wasn't it that like she was a shoplifter?
Here we go.
Was it that she was a shoplifter and that she wrote bad checks? Remember how they tried to frame her as a thief and that she was untrustworthy and a liar? Remember that? You know, when all of her hot checks, do you want to guess when all of her hot checks happened? Take a venture. They all happened when she was fighting him over non-payment of child support.
I forgot I muted. Wait, okay, now we're gonna go, that's the end of clip 2. We're gonna go right over to clip 3 where she resumes this discussion.
$2,000, $2,000, $2,000, $2,000, $97, $97, $99. Okay. None of them resulted in any prison time. Okay. She pleads, she pays restitution. That's it. Okay. This was a bench warrant from 2001. One of the bad checks, of all the bad checks that she was charged with, look at the amount. I'll show you. Look at that. Between 1 cent and $99. Okay. So she passed bad checks during the period that Rod wasn't paying child support. And she was passing only small amounts. One of them was $38. Look at this one. $38 at Walmart. $38 at Walmart. And this is when her husband is not paying child support. Another of the same.
For those of you who might be lost in this, back when Katie was covering the Marvon McRae situation, she was a big supporter of his family, of his, the family he was born into. And she was supporting his mother getting to see him as he lay there in a coma, expected to pass away at any moment. He has since passed away. So she wanted to just see her son, and his wife basically told her that she wasn't welcome. Well, they ended up working out some sort of agreement, and Letitia was able to go see her son. But between needing money to get there and possibly considering taking legal action so she could get there to see her, so she could see her son when she got there, there was some money being raised. Well, throughout this time, Katie Joy was kind of rejected by Letitia. That Letitia was Marvon's mother. Now they talked like through text here and there. And at the time, though, Letitia also talked to other creators. And that, I think, made Katie feel jealous and insecure. One of those creators was Molly Golightly. And Molly Golightly, over a report that Katie had made over alleged CPS showing up at Andrea's house, Molly Golightly said, listen, I've tried to get information on this. And I can't confirm the information Katie Joy is putting out there. I'm just saying I can't confirm it. Well, Katie didn't like that because, you rejected something Katie said. So that's rejection. So Katie then decided that she could no longer work with Molly Golightly. And she made this known. And Molly Golightly was like, I don't know what this bitch's problem is. She's crazy, whatever. I don't know. I don't care. Molly really didn't give a shit. Molly wasn't looking to get sucked into any drama or anything like that. And that drove Katie nuts, in my opinion, because Katie loves it when people get sucked into her drama because she feels like that's where she can run the show. But with Molly, it's kind of hard to run the show when the people you want to run the show over won't even play the same game that you're playing. They're not there. They don't show up, basically. So throughout this time, though, Molly Golightly and Letitia remained talking. And this would be shared, Molly Golightly would often share things in live streams, that they said or whatever, or have Letitia there on text while she's live and reiterating stuff. Well, Katie Joy also liked to reiterate stuff that she talked about with Letitia, but you see, she doesn't quite judge things the same way as, your average person. So she shared way too much and in fucked up ways, really. Letitia had enough. Letitia just cut off contact with her, stopped communications with her. And that's when Katie flipped sides. That's when Katie suddenly was all on Dre's side and Letitia was the worst person ever. So Katie looked into Letitia's background, got her financials, anything that she had judgments for or owed or whatever, or they had outstanding payments on. And also got her criminal history. Now, mind you, Letitia, from my math, she's about, 45. She's about 5 years younger than me. And she had Marvin when she was, I think, 15 is what was said, or 16. I think she had her first kid at 15, but then had Marvin at 16. So I turned 16. Well, let's just say that she turned 16 about, I would say 1996. Okay. It's the reason why I bring this up in a second. And she was a single mother with 2 kids. And she needed to make rent and buy groceries. So Letitia wrote a bad check. Letitia got arrested for it. Letitia went to court for it. And I think the story was that she did do time, but I don't think she ended up doing time. I think the court gave her the option to pay restitution, which she did. And this charge has been since pretty much expunged from her record. So how Katie Joy came across it, I'm not quite sure, but she did. But Letitia said, yeah, there was a lifetime ago. I was a kid, raising kids. So, but Katie used that to drag her through the mud, to demonize her, to name it. Okay. And here she is talking about Dee Dee Blanchard being arrested for the same thing and accrediting Dee Dee Blanchard having done this due to her ex-husband not paying support. So she's already forgiven Dee Dee, explained it away, offered up an excuse, and it's like, there's nothing to see over here. Okay. But when this came up about Letitia, she couldn't do that. I didn't bring this up because I'm not sure if this has something to do with it, and it's not my place to say, but I'd be remiss if I didn't point out the possibility that this could have influenced Katie Joy in some way. I don't know. It's not my place to say, but I should point out that Letitia Bias is Black and Dee Dee Blanchard is not. So we've seen it with Katie before, that she seems to be unfair with her representation of these things when it comes to such differences. I don't know. I don't think I'm the right person to determine that, but I really feel like I'm going to be glossing over the fact if I don't at least consider it. So that's all I'm doing here. I'm not saying anything else. So yeah. And then here she was talking about Dee Dee Blanchard. And I'm going to play that last bit there again because it's amazing. Really, it is.
None of them result. 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000, 97, 97, 99. Okay. None of them resulted in any prison time. Okay. She pays restitution. That's it. Okay. This was a bench warrant from 2001. One of the bad checks, of all the bad checks that she was charged with, look at the amount. I'll show you. Look at that. Between 1 cent and $99. Okay. So she passed bad checks during the period that Rod wasn't paying child support. And she was passing only small amounts. One of them was $38.
I know. What? Okay. Wait a second. I gotta mute for a second. He just banged his elbow really loud, and I thought he was gonna like yell, so I wanted to give him an opportunity to if he needed to. He didn't. So yeah, now she said here that Dee Dee did this, what, 97 maybe, or 99, I don't know, it was late 90s. So it sounds like it was pretty much the same time that Letitia would have done this. But Dee Dee Blanchard was a few years older, only had one kid. Yeah, wasn't receiving child support. I'm pretty sure Letitia might not have been receiving child support either. I don't know that for a fact, but they were both young, both her ex and her. So I think it's safe to say that he might not have been up to paying for all his responsibilities yet, but I'm sure that changed. But but at that age, I think we all kind of fuck up, really. So yeah, and it sounds like, okay, Letitia Bias's check was, from what I've been told, it was for like around $200, and it was to buy groceries and diapers or whatever. And well, it sounds like that was the same shit that Dee Dee Blanchard wrote bad checks for. Why does she get a pass? Why? Because she's no longer with us? Because her daughter took her out, basically? Is that why Dee Dee gets a pass here? Because, I mean, Katie's been giving this woman a pass over everything. And I'm not saying that Dee Dee is exactly who the media and her daughter and others have depicted her out to be. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I don't know. I really don't know. And I'm not the one to try to make that assessment. But neither is Katie Joy. That's my point. And it's my opinion, though unprofessional and uneducated opinion, albeit, but it's still my opinion that, sure, I'm sure some medical intervention throughout Gypsy's life might have been needed. I don't think it's straight, black and white over her medical care. But I do think the majority of it was not required. I do think that she did, in fact, suffer abuse through medical treatment, medical mistreatment, rather. And especially, I think she experienced emotional and psychological abuse from her mother, putting like a lot of weight on her shoulders because she was really the family's breadwinner the majority of her life, it seems. That's a lot to put on a kid, and then making a young girl and a young teenage girl have to shave their head and have teeth removed as a means to which to further provide this income for the family. That's crazy. And then to keep them out of school. And okay, I'm not going to go down that road. There's a lot there. I have no doubt, though, that Dee Dee Blanchard has absolutely been somewhat demonized in the media since her murder because, well, she's not here to defend herself. And it benefits the people who are here to do that. I don't doubt that. I'm sure that there's some amount of information that's been shared regarding her that is not true or is heavily exaggerated. But Still, why does she get the pass here? But Letitia Bias, who just simply wanted to see her son before his body passed on. I mean, he wasn't his son. Her son was gone at the time. I know this sounds crass, but he was. What made him him was no longer there and was not going to come back. But still, that's her son. She wanted to see him one last time and say goodbye. But Katie wanted to do everything she could to not let that happen, including using her previous charge for writing a bad check as fodder against her. But Dee Dee, though, gets a pass. Anyway, that's been what I found. Now, I want to pull up something else here, just to reiterate here on my take of how Katie treated Letitia back then. Let me check the chat, though, before I go do that. I haven't been here for a minute. Oh, hi, Renelle. I just saw that you came in. Hi. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for those clips, by the way. No, not clips I shown here. I knew. But thank you. Really? You think I have a good memory? I don't really hear that often because I spend half my day just walking into a room forgetting why I'm there. It's really becoming like a hindrance in my daily life. Okay, I don't know what to make of that. But anyways, okay, so I looked at chat. Now, like I said, these are comments just to display a little bit of how Katie felt about Letitia back then. Now, this is a post. It's on Nonsense's page. I've shown this on my channel before. But this is really, it's a bad post, man. It's a bad comment section. I'm glad that Nonsense leaves it up, though, because the reason why I don't really remove comments or ban people from chat or whatever is because I'm a real strong believer in let people show you who they are. So if someone does or says something like quite upsetting or troublesome, well, I don't want to remove that. I want that to stay there, to remain there for anyone who needs to see it in the future. I want it to be, I don't know, because the person who left the comment, they can remove it anytime they want. So it's not like I'm doing any harm there. But I don't want to hide that for them. You know what I mean? That's why I leave shit up. So for that reason alone, I'm very happy that Nonsense leaves this up. But I'm not sure if that's the reason why. But I don't really care. So here is, oh, I'm not sharing that yet. I've gone over to it. Okay. So this is, again, on Nonsense's page. It's a post from September 30, 2022. And it says, breaking news. Well, not really breaking or shocking. Just wanted to provide information for transparency purposes, as I know it'll get twisted. I was alerted that there had been a totally separate filing made on Letitia Bias on 9/27/22. I was able to confirm said information as fact, but please note the only reason I'm discussing this is because it seems to be completely unrelated to like anything else we're talking about. That's why I feel the need to bring it up. It does not seem to have a single thing to do with the reports filed or anything with donations to what we know. The civil suit was filed by an unrelated finance company. So as of right now, please do not confuse these situations. One of which you never would have known about had I not just told you about it. It's for transparency, though. Like, I can't stand when people do that. Like, be transparent about what you're using transparency for. You know, really? So these are like screenshots of some financial lawsuit or whatever some company took up against her for some vehicle. I don't know. Anyway, I just want to go through here and just find some of Katie's comments. That's all. So we have here. Looks like this is for a repossession of a car that she bought in 2017. The complaint alleges that she failed to make payments on the car after purchase. When they went to repossess the car, they found the car was badly damaged and below average for market. The car sold for way less than it should have. She was told for months that she needed to pay them. According to the exhibits, she financed almost $16,000 for the 2013. Okay, I don't care about that. Not sure if this is the same car that Drayton Vaughn purchased for her with the agreement that she would make the payments or not. They're not listed at all on the paperwork. The car was badly damaged, though. Then she shares more information about that. I think that's all she said there. Yep. Oh, no, wait, it's right. It'll show me her name when she comments. Okay, here we have. In reply to this, someone says, wasn't that the car that Drayton Vaughn signed up for her, whatever, signed over to her, and she was going to use it as a taxi? Christabel says, it might be. They are not listed on the paperwork. Payments were made for 9 months of around $420 per month. Then the payment stopped. It could be this car. It was a 2013 Nissan Sentra bought in 2017. She listed her cab company as her employer, but there's no co-signer. So did this car, I don't know, whatever. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Letitia Bias even came into comment because she had enough of just this bullshit, you know? I don't know if this is the sub-thread that Katie was on too. Oh, okay. I'm just going to go through and look for Katie because she only commented a few times or in a few places. But she actually, here we go. So Letitia Bias commented, y'all some fucked up people. She's not wrong. Katie then says, Letitia, respond to me. Oh, wait, you won't. Admit you screamed at me over the phone when I did nothing more than share our communication. Something Molly did every day. Admit I never asked for a refund from you. Just from GoFundMe. You know I didn't. I contacted GoFundMe and they refunded after I showed them proof of your lies, which is actually bullshit. No, they then, after she contacted GoFundMe contacted Letitia and said, listen, we got this chick saying this, that, whatever. Do you want to refund it? If you do, then we're out of it, whatever, you do you. If not, then we're just, whatever. And Letitia's like, I don't want to cause trouble or problems, whatever. Yeah, go ahead and refund it. That's why she was refunded. Not because she showed them anything. I mean, think about it. If she'd showed her something to prove that this was a fraudulent fundraiser, do you think GoFundMe would have left it up for months after? No, of course not. Anyway, I digress. I didn't. I contacted GoFundMe and they refunded after I showed them proof of your lies. Then you got mad and encouraged people to dox and harass me. Letitia Bias, admit that I'm not causing you to be ill. That's right. All the stress and everything affected Letitia so much she ended up in the hospital. Forget why. It's something kind of common, but I don't remember the name of it now. So I'm not going to guess or whatever. Stop your blame game. I was kind and nice to you. You in turn threatened to kill. Why not? For speaking to me. Admit it. Right. Yeah, so there's more mean posts than that, but there are comments in there, but I'm focusing on Katie Jorg right here. And I had to restart my computer before I started the stream because it froze. And now I have no idea where that post is. You know what? I think I know how to find it though. Okay. Because there's another post on here where I don't know. All right, so yeah, just going to leave it at that for now. I know that there's something more, but I don't think it was really that big of a deal, though, as I think about it. And I don't remember what the keyword searches I used to find it. So it's just going to take too long to find right now. But anyway, so I ended up, in case anyone left and had come back or whatever, I ended up showing that Facebook profile for the Brittany Muniz that I mentioned before. So yeah. She hasn't been active though on it since 2023. But for those who missed it, let me just show again. This is why I connected this to this Facebook profile. It's because of the profile picture being the same. And we've seen Katie and Nonsense state that the Brittany that was on Katie's channel, that was an admin for Dre, is also the Brittany that was arrested for impersonating an attorney, and also the Brittany that helped Letitia find an attorney, and is also, through my connection here, is also the same Brittany that has been known or friendly or just whatever with Nonsense and Nunya just a few months after all that shit went down. Even though Nonsense was talking shit about her on the page, like, this crazy chick, oh, these shady ass people. There's some reason why all these people seem to be connected here. Like trying to put that connection on like the other people, not Nonsense and her clan there. But come to find out, it's through Nonsense and her clan that there is this connection, because Brittany ran with one of those like exposing predator groups. Brittany scammed these people out of money by faking cancer. And Nonsense, Brittany, and Nunya were all chummy there in that live stream chat at the end of 2022. But that was never shared. It was always there's never any hint of a relationship, of a kinship between them. It was almost as like Nonsense had no idea who this chick was beforehand. So yeah. So between that and then the connection with the Dono gal there in that Facebook group, which for granted, there's like 100,000 people in that Facebook group. So it maybe this is a stretch. It's a small chance maybe that there's some other connection, but it also seems like a very specific private group to have in common, so there's a chance that people here all kind of know each other. Now I've heard rumors or whatever that donation gal was also Judy Beal. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's an interesting name though too. Judy Beal, who was the first person to ask for a refund. That's what, there's something there. I don't remember where I saw it though. Let me try again. All right. I'll keep skimming through and look for it. But this connection with Judy Beal here. Judy Beal has known Nonsense for longer than this whole Dre McRae situation's gone on. Nonsense's original page, the Protest and the Truth Holler thing, CMC, whatever page, the first one. There's Judy there in the comment section before any of this shit, before even Nonsense knew about Marvon. Yeah, and she's not only in the comments there, she's given advice on how to ask for refunds back from these things, and sharing her experience with which banks are most likely to give you the refund upon asking for it. Yeah, so that discussion happened on one of Nonsense's pages before any of this shit ever came out. Okay. It seems odd, but okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember where I saw it. I don't even know if it was seen it on this page. But yeah, no, it wasn't this. It was the exposed page. Because I found the exposed page, I think, through Nonsense. I don't know who runs it. I have no idea. But oh, I mean, you know what? I'm going to end with a video too that they have on there that's fucking hilarious. It looks like they did like a I don't know, mashup of videos mocking Katie Troy. We're going to end with that. I'm going to play that in just a minute. I just want to see if it was this page. I don't know. It might have been the other page. But the exposed page one of these pages put up a comment or post stating how Letitia how Letitia and Judy Beal had talked, and Judy no longer wanted her refund back. I don't remember. I mean, I remember like that being said by people, but I don't remember that ever being said by Nonsense or Katie. This seems like a weird thing because the two of them really just kind of latched on to the fact that Judy allegedly asked for this refund. I still don't know the whole story about that, but it just seems so odd. All right, so I wish my computer hadn't frozen because then I would have all of these things I'm talking about. Yeah, okay. I'm getting to the end here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play this video. It's very funny. I'd never seen it before tonight. I don't know who made it. I see it shared here on the exposed page, but for all I know, exposed didn't even make it. I don't know. But it's hilarious. Go ahead and do this. Why is my shit slowing down now? 1 second. This shit's just got to catch up. I hope everyone's Thanksgiving went well. I hope everyone was safe and had lots of food. Wait a minute. Okay. Here it is. Okay. You're in for a treat. If my rainbow pinwheel ever goes away. Here you go. Okay. Now this is it's shared with just the award for excellence in German journalism goes to, and an arrow pointed down. So I'm not looking through 513 comments though to know if there's something in there about who shared it or who created this, but whoever created this, if anyone knows, let me know and I will share that info. I will pass that along. I did not create this, but we're going to watch it.
Hey guys, how are you? Hello. Okay, this is not going to be a super long live. I just wanted to go over a couple things related to some of the questions that I've been getting lately.
My entire job is reporting and
putting out content about reporting. So they like to not call me a reporter because they feel like it's justified and that they don't.
Oh,
Because I'm an independent journalist. The people that tell me that I'm not a journalist are the people that are suing me because I literally reported on their crimes. Anyways, I'm not going to talk anymore about what I do for a living. It's really nobody's business. If you're on my channel to watch the content that I put out or coming to my page for updates on different cases.
okay. Sorry, I had to pause that for a second. So I saw the chat here. Go away. Thank you. Oh, damn it, show chat. So I saw a chat from Purple Dragon Shell. Feel free to share the video screenshot of my super chat and the nonsense response. Where do I have that at? I don't have a text. I don't see anything here. I don't know where to find that at. So if you help me out, I will gladly share that. Okay, until I hear back from her.
That's all you need to know.
When I start reporting on a story, I look at a story from start to finish. I look at all the angles of the story. I look at the players of the story. I recognize a lot of you guys got involved in the story because you wanted justice for Vaughn McCrae. There's already like a million comments on my latest post, and y'all, it would just be really amazing if people could not be so rude to me. I would love that. I would love you guys to just not be so nasty. I'm working my butt off and trying to help provide information, and every turn I'm just dealing with people being so mean, and I don't know why. Like, it takes 2 seconds to not be a jerk. Listen, I am keenly aware that in my job, it's all about like.
I think it takes 2 seconds to not be a jerk and to be a jerk. But it's not the cost of time. It's the cost of energy it takes to refrain from saying what you really want to say sometimes. Like, that takes up a lot of energy. And I feel like it even chips away at your soul a little bit. So I mean, there are times where you gotta let it out. So.
Like, if you put yourself out there, people have a right to speak about you, and have a right to say whatever they want to say, and never going to prevent someone from saying anything that they want to say about me.
Shut up. Shut up.
Oh.
You know that it's ridiculous and stupid. And if you're asking about it, you're only here for drama.
If you decide to dox that person, it's not me. Don't do that to them.
I would not dox them. I hope you get help, though. You're very disturbed. Bye.
Is up and down.
I do care what people think of me
I don't care what you think about me.
because I want people to like me.
I don't care if people don't like me. She's irritable.
Well, then, Linz, don't be here. I'll say goodbye to you right now.
Fuck you.
You're such a fucking annoying piece of shit.
It was none of your fucking business.
You have no idea what I look like when I'm not on my meds and how crazy I can get, kids. So you just be thankful that I'm on the meds I am today. Because old Katie, if she would have saw those comments, would have been in a fight with your face.
Old Katie would have been in a fight with your face. What the fuck does that even mean? Like, is the face supposed to fight back? I don't understand it. Would be in a fight with your face. Like, it's so funny sometimes to hear her like try to like come up with a good quip or something, burn or something, and she's not quite as bad at nonsense as nonsense is at it. I mean, nonsense is fucking hilarious, but it's still funny.
Stating this is facts, Miss Karma, you piece of shit. Tony, stop telling me to stop messing with my hair. If it's annoying as fuck, Tony, don't watch me. No, I will not talk about that because it's ridiculous and you know it's idiotic. So why are you asking that stupid question?
Can make you more angry. Get the fuck out of my feed. Nobody gives a shit.
I'm sick to death of you telling me I can't delete shit because I'll delete shit all day.
They had to do this today. Today was the deadline. You guys, you have to expect this kind of stuff. Okay, Amanda, take a deep breath. They're not going to dismiss this case. Please. This chick, I don't know, she's really upset about this. She really today is the last day and they have to file these documents. They have to throw a Hail Mary.
I don't like people. I know, special needs proms are so gross.
How is this clickbait? Because I haven't told you my big news, Morgan. We're getting to my clickbait. So how is this clickbait? So my title says we have big news, updates on Gabby.
That's funny. How is this clickbait? Because I haven't told you my big news. We're getting to my clickbait.
Tito and Brian Laundrie. That's what I'm talking about. So can you explain to me how I'm clickbaiting you? Okay. Anyways.
You know, I never, like I said, I never watched the show because I got like schemy, scammy vibes from him. I also get the sense that he is not a heterosexual man. He's always evaded that question too. He's always like played and toyed with the fact that, you know, he can have all of the sex. And, you know, that was always the thing about him that I was like, stop lying. He could be bisexual. I don't know. I just don't get the straight vibes. You know what I mean? Anyone that has any sort of eating disorder, I really don't like to cover that because I feel like, no, I don't want to shame anyone for that.
Bitch, you like that, you're like entire skinny girl, and like you have had like your anorexia, like
Very well.
Skinny he was. Ginger for a long time was like the most gaunt. Raza looks gaunt.
I don't like to talk about the children, but
I'm not shaming him. Josie's really small still, really thin. He's so skinny and itty bitty. All of the girls are very, very slim. I don't want anything that I'd ever do to like make someone feel worse about how they're feeling. He has gained a ton of weight and he is like close to 350 pounds. He used to be really, really skinny. Am I the only one that finds this whole phenomenon weird? But they lipo the fat out of their stomach and then they shoot it into their butt. I don't like to shame anyone. Obviously, she's put weight on. He's like super skinny and she's like a big, beautiful lady. I mean, she's pretty, you guys, but that's just like, that's a visual. And Aaron's looking really ratchet these days. Like, Trish is looking kind of ratchet these days. Yeah. Oh, I'll make you picture it. You know, he's like 32 pounds. He is so skinny. He's got like meth bod. Isn't Jake like into like super twiggy girls, like really skinny girls, like Playboy model type girls, which is why the Tana thing makes no sense to me. I don't believe she's using it. I'm not trying to be snarky. Sure, Jan. She looks like she's on downers. You know what I mean? Like when I used to smoke a lot of pot back in the day. A girl that's like super lazy. I'm so judgmental. That doesn't really work out. Just eats whatever she wants. Not that that's a bad thing, but then she wants all of the accolades for being super skinny and like appearing a certain way, but she's like too lazy to do any of those things. So instead she just uses filters and like angles to get pictures to look a certain way. She claims that the reason why her lips look this way is because of a beauty filter. No, it's a filter. The filter makes my lips look bigger. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the filters that are making you look that way, Farrah. It's actually one of Farrah Abraham's filters. How funny is that? I saw it one day and I was like, that's a cute filter. Woo, 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 woo! Yay, yay, yay! Woo, woo, woo! They're gonna make a baby tonight! Yay! A fundy baby! A gift. I mean, a present in the mail from a fundy that may or may not adhere to any sort of requirements in the United States in the middle of a pandemic. Now, because this is from a fundy that many of you know, I feel like I need to open this on camera, but I've had to prepare myself. So what I've done is I have taken a full gown. I have gloves, medical grade gloves, a mask, and goggles. Medical grade gloves, a mask, and goggles. Now, anything that I've opened in here will be immediately going into a washing machine or it is going into the garbage. Oh my God, you're so amazing. You want to do OnlyFans with me? Let's collab.
I was muted. Okay. Bye, William. You have a great weekend too.
You look familiar. Okay, can I tell you something? The minute I jumped on you, like the people that were on this, I did stuff. That. And then they're like,
That's so hot. Oh, Ed, do you want to be on my OnlyFans channel with me? Oh, Ed.
It's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Pay your taxes, no one would know.
At the very end, while she was reading off the information about the hearing, she said this: given the nature of your charges, and I'm not laughing because it's serious, but and he's charged with, think, with 2 counts. You and I, we're going to talk about the Duggars, by the way, if you're not here and you don't understand that. Hey, Joshy, baby, I got your money, don't you worry, Joshy.
You know what I really look forward to? When I get old, I want to be the old grandma that like sexually harasses the young boys that walk by. I don't even get.
No, I think Summer Wells was murdered. And I think anyone saying she's been trafficked is, why would you bring up Summer Wells right now? Like, that's not even, if her parents are like sitting there saying that she's been trafficked, those parents, one of them murdered her. Like, that baby girl, unfortunately, has passed away, and that they didn't.
I just remembered I'm muted. Okay, so for the remainder of this video, you're going to see little screenshots appear on the screen. And these screenshots show Katie Joy's initial take on the Dre McRae situation. And her initial impression or opinion of Dre McRae is that Dre McRae herself actually did things to cause Marvon's then situation. In other words, she's saying that she hurt her husband. That's what she's saying. No, I have it. I have it up on the computer. I was gonna wait till I was done with this though. This is a different one. Okay. I'll upload that one too. So sorry, I forget where I was now. Oh yeah, so the comments are going to come up, and they show Katie Joy's initial impression, and that was that she blamed Dre McRae for everything. I want to point out though too that sentiment was shared by Nonsense at the same time in the beginning, and they both kind of changed their opinion of the matters at hand at the same time as one another. Just want to point that out. But that's what you're going to see come up on the screen here toward the end.
They have to get to a point where they have. Hold on one second. You cannot have him screaming like that. Sorry, guys. My son is just like losing. I don't even know where he is. All I can hear him screaming, and my husband doesn't seem to care.
Todd Chrisley is 100% gay. I don't ever want to like poke someone's sexuality, but I get some serious gay vibes from him. And I'm pretty sure his dad is gay. Or is that the Chrisleys? No, that's the Chrisleys. I don't know.
But the Bates guy, he gives me some serious gay vibes.
I have for a long time made a joke on this channel that Sarah is a professional cucumber washer. And by professional cucumber watcher, if you're new to this channel, would mean that she is a paid escort. So she's basically offering everyone the opportunity.
Wait, so is it cucumber watcher or washer? I don't understand this like nickname, if you will. I don't, what? Oh, sorry, I just hit my remote or my microphone. That's the strangest thing though I've ever heard. Like a professional cucumber watcher or washer. I don't even know which. That's crazy.
To see her fully naked for $200, except it's literally free online. Anyone that pays for these images is literally wasting their money because there's plenty of websites where you can find her naked for free and you don't have to pay for it.
Wow. Why not just give them the links too? Like, that's a fucked up thing to, wow.
I mean, come on, who do you think the kind of people are that are buying a $5,000 date with her? And what do you think their expectations are if they're going to plop down $5,000 for one night with her?
I'd say that there probably is an expectation of sex. I don't know. I don't even blame her for $5,000.
I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be just like going to McDonald's and then going to see a movie. It's
Even if no one gives me $5,000 for a date, if I'm taken to McDonald's, well, I'm not making it to the end of the day.
probably more like cucumber or eggplant washing with a side of backdoor anal beads. I don't even know. This is weird. I'm sure there's some slouches that will totally buy this. I mean, there's plenty of guys out there that find her attractive and are desperate enough to be close to her. But to be honest, like, gross.
I put my makeup on better than Tati, for Christ's sake. Like, I don't look like an Oompa Loompa. You trust your makeup from someone who doesn't even know how to match her foundation to her skin. Can I show you a secret? Look, I don't have any foundation on my neck, and it matches because I'm wearing the right shade.
True. Like, she has said publicly that he filed for divorce, but that's not true. Court records show that he filed for divorce. The brain activity stuff was in the police report and from her own lies. So that's true. Court records show.
Can I show you a secret? Look, I don't have any foundation on my neck, and it matches because I'm wearing the right shade.
True. Like, she has said publicly that he filed for divorce, but
She said publicly that he filed for divorce. So I think she's talking about Dre and her ex-husband. So she's saying Dre told the public that her ex-husband, he filed for divorce.
that's not true.
That's
Court
not true.
records show that he filed for divorce.
That's not true because the court records show that, in fact, he filed for divorce.
Brain activity stuff was in the police report and from her own lies. So that's not speculation. And in order for me to do my job, I don't need to be a medical provider. I just need to report to you what's happening. I'm just showing you where the information came from.
I don't even know if you guys were listening. I understand that you're talking about what happened to you, but when you're chatting and I'm talking, how do you listen to me? It seems kind of rude to me.
She started opening up to me. You can see I said off the record, but you know what? Sometimes off the record is going to go on the record, and I'm going on right now.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to pull up now a couple of screenshots that Purple Dragon Shill sent to me. Here's the first one. This is it looks like Queen Bee, one of Queen Bee's recent live streams, and Purple Dragon Shill had sent in a super chat, and it says, "Nonsense made it so Miss Letitia was in a very dark place back then. Nonsense, please leave the story behind if you actually care about Miss Letitia." The problem is that she doesn't care about Miss Letitia, so I don't expect her to leave it behind. Okay, this is another screenshot from, is it the same one? Same live? The Grinch watch. No, okay, this is a different live that this one's from. Now this came with a text saying, is Nanya up on the screen though? I don't know if Nanya's up on the screen. But saying she forgot that Nanya supported the doxing of Queen's child's police report. And Nanya does make this big fucking display of how she's so against doxing, especially of minors, especially of kids or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe she's, she's not, or she's not a big anti-person for that. But this here says, it's another super chat, and it says, I know how you feel. My nonverbal autistic daughter had her baptism records posted, was mocked for her looks and her intelligence. They use the R word. They do this yearly. 3 so far. I was mad and upset. That's so fucked up. People saw it. It's like, how does, like, who are you trying to hurt with that? And how, all right, I'm not going to get bogged down in this. I'm not, because I am going to wrap this up now. It is 3:30 and I have to be to work at 9 a.m. So, and it's the day after Thanksgiving. So I'm going to be busy tomorrow, today, whatever. But I wanted to get the stream out. Nonsense was meant. All right, you know what I'm going to do? So I can read. All right. Nonsense was mad at my reply, at the reply to my comment. What was the reply? What, your reply to your comment? Or what did I miss? Okay. I don't know. Let me put up here. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to end the stream now. Thanks for being here. I still feel like I'm forgetting something that I wanted to display earlier, but to reiterate, it's been established through the media I've shown that Nonsense and Nanya knew of this Brittany person before all that shit went down. And for some reason, at least Nonsense anyways, I don't know if Nanya, I don't really watch Nanya's shit, but I think I've watched enough of Nonsense's back then to know that Nonsense did not let that be known. In fact, gave the entirely opposite impression when she spoke of it. So yeah, there's that. And again, I just want to share. I did want to share. I just want to share, again, reiterate, whatever, remind y'all, this is what caught my attention. And this is a post, again, I'm going to read it again, from July 30th, 2022 by Nonsense, where she's talking about it being now known that Brittany was the Brittany with the attorney impersonation charge. And here Nonsense says, just sharing this to piece in another piece of this story. If anyone remembers, this name has been talked about over on MGL's channel also. Oh, but no association with either, right? Okay. The connections between the group, family, and YouTubers didn't just randomly happen. And here's where I think she has a Freudian slip and just tells the complete truth there in that sentence. Only I think that she may have a bit more knowledge and how they happened not randomly. My opinion. What was that? I don't know. Did I even see you comment? Oh, I see you in there. Yeah. Well, there hasn't been a lot of people commenting in here. I mean, even it's showing 41 watching, but there's maybe like 5 people commenting, if that. So that might be why it might not just be a you thing. What I do is if for some reason I feel like I'm not being seen in a chat or I can't see a chat, I will sign in to look at it from a different account, or even I'm not sure if you can look at it through a no account. I think you can, but that will tell you if someone's been blocked or there's something wrong. But I see you, I see your comment, so I know I didn't block you or anything, so you're not blocked. But yeah, there's only a couple other people chatting, so that might be why. I don't know. I hope that answers your question. So, all right, I'm wrapping this up. Have a good night, guys. I hope everyone's Thanksgiving was awesome, and I hope your shopping tomorrow is even better. Have a good night, guys. Bye. Thank you.